7 dieting disasters. One diet with one rule.
We've got to stick to 1,200 calories a day.
One supermarket stocked with food packed in 100-calorie portions. And one goal, to drop a dress size.
Listen, girls, we've got to get these up in 14 days.
This is the show that demystifies dieting and gives it to you straight in 100-calorie portions. Tonight, there's just 4 days of the diet left and we're banning the booze.
We had 15 glasses of white wine, equivalent to 1,360 calories.
That's only 2 glasses of wine a day.
And it's the final push. Have we managed to drop a dress size in just 2 weeks? To keep us motivated, low-calorie food lover Matt Dawson treats us to a roasting.
It's what we all dream about at the weekend, a Sunday roast.
Yes!
Come on!
Plus, we meet the priest who's addicted to cola.
I absolutely love this amber nectar as it cascades over the ice.
And I speak to the US insider who's blowing the whistle on junk food.
We now know that fat and sugar can stimulate the brain's neural circuitry like amphetamine and cocaine.
Ladies, wave goodbye to your wobbly waist, 'cause it's the final countdown on
My big, fat diet show. Hands up, I'm a serial dieter and I have tried every diet going. And if there's one thing I've learned, you can forget the fads, the gimmicks and the gadgets. There's only one way to lose weight, and that is to cut the calories.
But I'm a firm believer in safety in numbers, and dieting along with me are Josie, Gail, Debbie, Bev, Pam and Lizzie. They are the dieting divas. They get together at Josie's Chalfont St salon, but these girls don't just like to be pampered, they love to party too.
I think I would be size 0 if I didn't have a social life.
We're so bad, aren't we? You could come round to me and say, no, I'm not drinking tonight. I go, go on, just a little one. You go, all right then, bottle of red wine later.
We've learnt a lot about healthy eating, and it's not just about counting calories, it's also about re-educating our taste buds so that we can learn to kick those naughty habits for good.
And over the last 10 days, we've gone without ready meals, salty snacks and sweet treats, and learned to love the fresh alternatives. Now on day 11 of the diet, we knew it was coming, enforced prohibition as booze is banned. From today, there are no offers on wines, beers and spirits in R1. White wine's off limits at just over 1 small glass, as is red at 147 millilitres for 100 calories. Gin's in the sin bin at just under 2 shots. And the Irish cream's gone at just over a measure for 100 calories. Lager's also canned at just under half a pint for 100 calories. We all filled in food diaries the week before the diet. Now all that booze has been added up, and we're going to find out how much we drank in calories.
I think it's fair to say that the week before we started this diet, when we filled out our food diaries, we kind of overdid it a little bit with the booze. I don't even look at this.
Oh my God!
We had 15 glasses of white wine, equivalent to 1,360 calories.
Over a week, there's just over 2 glasses, isn't it? Which is so easily done.
Who had rum and mixer in their food diary?
Did I?
I only have one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm scared.
10 glasses! 10 glasses, 1,860 calories, equivalent to 15 cupcakes. I can't believe
outrageous. I can't believe that.
Red wine. Oh, I do like a red wine.
I had red wine that week.
Yes, we all have a glass of red. In fact, according to our food diaries, we had 30 between us in the week leading up to the diet.
We actually had 2,550 calories between us, equivalent to 22 slices of pizza.
I think because you're not chewing, you don't feel like it's got calories. Because you're drinking rather than chewing.
True.
I look at it like it's like drinking water. Yeah.
Alcohol equals calories, empty calories, a lot of empty calories.
Yes.
I'm almost too scared to pull off the last one. This is the champagne and the carver.
Oh, and I had loads that week.
And guess what?
Oh, God. 75 glasses. Oh, my God. That's not... God.
We actually had between us in just 1 week 13,375 calories in booze.
Oh, dear.
And is it any wonder they've banned it?
For more information about the hidden calories in your favourite tipple and for the full 14-day diet plan, head to our website, channel4.com/food. Father Bill Haymaker lives on the Sussex coast.
Hello, everybody.
He's a larger-than-life character who's loved by the locals.
Who looks better with the collar, me or him?
He looks after the community and 3 orphanages in Eastern Europe. But the long hours and travelling take their toll and drive him to drink. Father Bill is addicted to cola.
To take that little private break of your own. It can be Coke, it can be Pepsi, it can be any brand. It just has to be the cola. Is that as good for you as it was for me?
He pours himself a staggering 2 litres a day.
Oh, that's lovely. Listen.
And the way it's served has to be just so.
Oh, listen to that. And look how those amber colours cascade onto the ice. Now, I've got to capture it now, first. The moment it touches my tongue, I feel my taste buds come alive and the liquid dances on my tongue.
To make sure he's never caught short, his cola is stowed away in the most unlikely of places.
I've got a couple hidden underneath the altar at church. I've got 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4 liters hidden inside the crematory. I might use it on ice. I might use it neat, but I also use it to cook with. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I love doing gammon. Boil it in a pot of cola for about an hour and a half, and then bake it in the oven after you've done that and cover it with treacle. Oh, it's absolutely wonderful.
Chin chin.
But the bubble has burst on his bubbly brew, and Father Bill thinks it's time to cut down.
I know it'll be healthier for me. It'll be better for me later in life, and it'll certainly be nicer for me the way my clothes fit. But I know that this can shorten my life. So I want to be around to see my grandchildren, and I think that's the greatest driving force.
His teenage daughter shares his concerns.
My dad's been drinking Coca-Cola for as long as I can remember. I love my dad. I want him to be around as long as possible, so it'd be a good idea for him to give up his Coca-Cola habit.
I don't want it to be a cold turkey event. I want it to be something that I can adapt my mindset to and say, I choose something else.
Help is on the way. Over the course of 6 weeks, Father Bill will undergo treatment to help him break free of his addictive behaviour, under the guidance of clinical psychologist Henk van Bilsen and dietitian Ursula Philpott. Henk begins the session by trying to gauge the extent of Father Bill's addiction.
So seeing it like this, does that create a trigger or a desire to drink it? And does anything happen with this?
You are going to let me consume that, aren't you?
No, the idea would be just to leave it there.
You're really cruel, you know.
Henk digs a little deeper to establish the root of Father Bill's problem.
It has been your friend for how many years?
My entire life.
Your entire life?
I mean, my first visions of cola consumption were of my mother putting cola in my bottle as a baby.
So it's been your entire life. This is a constant. So to say, I don't want it anymore, is not being true to yourself. So to accept that you want it, but that another part of your brain has realized that it's perhaps not the best friend to have, and perhaps to see a lot less of this friend.
Where I might use it as a reward rather than as a crutch in a way.
Yes, as a crutch.
But weaning himself off won't be easy. So Henk wants to motivate Father Bill by showing him just how much cola he's really drinking.
You've met my catering needs for the week. Oh, bless your socks.
So if you add it up, it's around 700 litres of Coke per year. 30% of that is sugar.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Henk will be treating Father Bill by using cognitive behavioural therapy to confront and address his addiction. Although at first he's in denial about how serious his cola habit really is.
It's a nice donation.
That sounds a bit sarcastic.
I don't mean it that way. I really don't. But what I would like to see is just draw it down the middle and cut it in half, and then occasionally I say, I'll have one today.
I'll have one. I think that Father Bill wouldn't mind making the changes, but whether he really wants to make them, I'm not convinced of that yet.
Still to come on my Big Fat Diet Show, how the food industry is tapping into primeval instincts to develop foods.
The sugar, the fat were things that we needed, and the manufacturers have realised that, and they're essentially sort of exploiting a physiological weakness. We can't sort of resist these things because they've got it right.
Plus, Matt Dawson with his succulent Sunday best.
A normal portion of Sunday roast, 950 calories. I reckon I can do it for about 450.
No.
Welcome back to my Big Fat Diet Show.
We're 3 days away from the end of our 1,200 calorie a day diet, so we're back at the 100 calorie club for one big push as we head towards our goal, dropping a dress size. Earlier we found out we were the victims of a booze ban.
Well, what am I going to have as a treat?
But what many of us dieters forget is just how calorific the evil drink can be. It's packed with sugar.
Equivalent to 8 chocolate bars.
So to keep our taste buds tingling without a calorific overload, we've dropped into the 100 calorie club bar, where the drinks are free.